what's up guys? It's Steve here with Wingnut Metal. Just got a little video. I want to touch on a couple of subjects tonight and see what y'all think and give this thing a try that some other guys tried and I liked it, so I'm going to give it a try. I said try a lot. Alright, first things first. I posted a thing on YouTube earlier today, I think it was, or yesterday, about running out of ideas because it's wintertime and I'm brain fogged and all that. Well, a couple of y'all have given me ideas, and then that sparked something in my head, and I got a few more ideas. So, one thing I want to say is the one idea I have is from one of my subscribers to do a list of my favorite bands, which I will do, but I'm going to add a little to it and do my favorite bands and my favorite album by that band. So that ought to be fun. And another idea was that I had was that I want to start writing a song and record it and use it as my intro, a new one. So it's all original by me, and see what you guys think. I'm going to try and write a couple of riffs on the guitar and see which one you guys like the most, and then try to work with that and get her done. So there's a couple of ideas. I got some more brewing, but I haven't quite gotten to where I want them yet. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to do today is talk about this, what's it called here? Metal Tag 2021, 20 questions. Alright, so let's get into it. There's 20 questions to ask a certain question, and then I have to give my opinion on it. So, first one is, in my opinion, name music that is spoiled by vocals. And my answer is the band Annihilator. Let's see their patch right there in the back. Yep. Annihilator. I love the music of Annihilator, and I love a lot of their albums, but I do not like the ones that Jeff Waters does the vocals on. I just don't like them. He tries really hard. He does good. It's just not my cup of tea when he sings. But if he could get another singer, that every album he's put out that he sings on, I just can't do it very long. I listen to them all, but I don't repeat those ones very much. Okay. Still love you though, Jeff. Number 2 is an album that I love, but that was a letdown by the production. And the one that I chose, I don't know if the production was intended to be this way because of the time period, or if it was just a cheap production job. But I'm pretty sure that it was just a cheap production job because they were a fairly new band and they were very much underground. A lot of you probably heard of them. It's the album I chose is Mortification, Scrolls of the Megaloth. It's a Christian death metal band, and it is pretty much their heaviest album as far as being in the death metal lane. They have gone grindcore and some other stuff, but that's my favorite album by them. But the production sounds like it was recorded in a tin can under an overpass on the highway. Okay, number 3 is a band that suffers from a weak member. Now, I love the band Overkill, as you can tell. And here's the patch. That's one of the bigger ones, so it's one of my favorite ones. But I love Overkill. I love Bobby's voice. A lot of people don't like Bobby Blitz's voice. I love it. But since they've gotten Dave Linsk on guitar, I kind of don't like their music. I mean, it's still metal, it's still good. It's a couple of them are a good listen, like a song here and there. But, and it's not a knock against Dave Lynch. He's a great guitar player. But I believe that his style does not fit Overkill at all. His riff work, his guitar, his lead work, to me, in my opinion, that's not Overkill's best choice for guitarist. So there's that. Number 4, an album that defines heavy to me. Now, there are definitely like really heavy, like down-tuned, chuggy stuff. But as far as the attitude and the drive and the heart put into an album, I have to give it to Demaricus for their 2 Poverty album. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's great. It's like, you could look at it a couple of ways. It's either Slayer worship, or they do Slayer better than Slayer. That's how I describe Demaricus. They have their 2 albums that I know of, and I'm pretty sure that's all they have, and they disbanded, but first one got me, and then the second one just kicked me in the face. I love it. It's heavy, attitude, speed, aggression, riffage, it's all there. Okay, number 5, an album recommended by the metal community. So this is where I will plug, again, the Metalhead Box. Melissa from the Metalhead Box personally recommended to me a band called Haunt, and the album, she told me to check out a certain album. I can't remember at the moment which one it was, but I checked it out, so I checked out some more, and the one that I've liked the most so far was Mind Freeze. So the metal community recommended that, and that's my answer. Okay, number 6, an album that takes my musical taste in a different direction. I'm a metalhead through and through, but there are other genres of music that I like, and one of them is blues, like old blues, and like Stevie Ray Vaughan blues, Joe Bonamassa, stuff like that. But for some reason, when I read that question, the band Muse jumped in my head, because I love their stuff. It's very creative, it's very catchy, it's very atmospheric. It's great live. If you've never watched a video of them live in concert, do it. It's cool. I don't listen to them all the time, but when I want something different, sometimes I pick them. Okay, number 7. What is the gem of my collection? The gem of my collection is my Stryper record LP of To Hell with the Devil. It has the limited edition cover on it, and it's Japanese print, and I saw them on their 25th anniversary tour with the original members, and they all autographed it because they had backstage passes, meet and greet passes, and all that. So that's my personal gem in my collection. Number 8 is the band in my collection that formed the closest to where I live. And I had to put 3 of them because 2 of them are very notable bands, and most of you will recognize the names. The first one is a very local band in the town that I was born and raised in, Bradford, Pennsylvania. The band Dog Day Sunrise. They got fairly large in their career in years ago, and they're still together. And they put on a new album a year or so ago, and they are working on more material right now. Okay, and then the next one is a little witchy vocal band called Atheist. I lived in Florida for a while when I was younger, and the band Atheist is from Sarasota, Florida, and I lived in Venice, and that's about an hour or so away. So that's pretty close. And also, since I moved away from Florida, Trivium is also from Sarasota, if I'm correct. I know they're from Florida, but I'm pretty sure they're from Sarasota too. So there's that. Number 9, an album I go to for melody. Pretty much anything Dream Theater. That's my answer. Number 10, the first album I would sell for my collection. My answer was none, unless I have doubles of something. Okay. Which subgenre would I like to erase from the face of the earth? And my answer was, I'm kind of all over the place, because I like some deathcore, some metalcore. But if I had to get rid of a subgenre, it would be the NU new metal, like Limp Bizkit and Korn and all that. They've had their day. It's annoying now. Go away. That's my answer. See, number 12. Band I would like to come back. Let me restart that one. A band that I would like to come out with a new album or a reissue. And my answer was again Annihilator with a good singer. Number 13. What 80s metal band would I like to see make a comeback? I wrote Metallica to come back with a real metal comeback album. Okay? Because right there is me waiting for Metallica to come back with a real metal album. Okay, there you go. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't have to feel the same way. Don't get mad. Don't be hating. Okay, 14. Number 14, show an alternative album cover. So, I went with 2. Cannibal Corpse, The Bleeding. Of course, Cannibal Corpse always has alternative covers because they're so gory, they have to be censored and blah, 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 blah. And Cannibal Corpse, The Bleeding is one. And the second one is Vengeance Rising, Desolation Comes. Or Destruction Comes. I'm sorry, correction. Vengeance Rising, Destruction Comes. Not my favorite album by them. They're also a Christian band. But at this point in their career, the only original member was the vocalist Roger Martinez, who has since acquired the name of the band, and then he put out, let's see, I think it was 3, it might have been 2 more albums after the rest of the band left. For whatever reasons, we won't get into that. That's none of my business. But he put out a couple more albums under the Vengeance Rising name, and then kept the name legally and went to be a Satanist and an atheist, and now he sells cars or something. I've seen a commercial with him. Anyway, the album cover for Destruction Comes is like, looks like a Roman, the front of a Roman building with the pillars and everything. I'll put it up here. But it's got a guy walking down stairs, and like the one half of them is being destroyed along with the building, and then the other half he's smiling. And the alternative cover basically is a sticker they put over him that's the whole person, instead of it being cut in half and being destroyed, because it was too controversial and gory for the Christian bookstores to put it in their stores. In fact, hold on real quick and I'll grab the cassette tape. Okay, I got the cassette tape. As you can see, there's a guy walking down the stairs, and there's like, I'm guessing like a nuclear bomb or something's going off, and it's getting to him, and the exact moment that it's half of him. And when I bought this, the case broke, of course, so I put a different one on it, but it had a sticker over him that both halves were like he wasn't being destroyed. So that was that. Okay. Okay, number 15. A band that defines metal to me. And of course, you gotta mention Black Sabbath, the forefathers of all metal. I don't care who you are, that's They're the ones that invented the genre heavy metal. But they're not the ones that define it to me. Slayer is what defines metal to me. They're fast, aggressive, heavy, in your face. They're Slayer. Everybody knows Slayer. Come on. 16, most metallic album cover. And I put Suffocation, Human Waste, because that's my favorite album cover of all time. And it's pretty freaking metal. Right. An album that you originally disliked, but now highly regard. And my answer was Iron Maiden, Killers. Because when I first heard it, I was young. I did not appreciate the talent and the goodness of Iron Maiden when I was that young, so I didn't really like it. But then fast forward just a little bit of time, and I got into a little bit other stuff, and that is my favorite Iron Maiden album now. Iron Maiden, Killers. It's the best one. Don't get me wrong. Bruce Dickinson's cool, but that album rocks. Number 18, an album originally liked, but now disregard. And I put pretty much anything by Korn. Life is Peachy, any of it. Issues. They had their time. I was into them. I was young. I've moved on, and I like better stuff now. So, there you have it. I occasionally jam them once in a while, but... Number 19, a metal band that deserves more recognition. Now this one, I have two answers. And again, I have to plug the Metalhead box. I got both of these from the Metalhead box. And one is Bastard Son. And one is Sekage. Bastard Son is Canadian death metal. Sekage is Canadian, I'd say, death thrash, and there's a little bit of punk influence in it. I love them, been rocking them ever since. I've talked to both bands on Facebook. They're very friendly, they get back to me. They're awesome people, as far as I know. There's that. And number 20, the last one. What is the Holy Grail that I'm waiting for this upcoming year? And I have 4. One is, it was the main one, the band, the all-female Brazilian / Spanish / a couple other countries band, death thrash band Nervosa. All female members, they're awesome. Their new release is out. I ordered it. It just hasn't come in yet. So that one's kind of like not off the list yet, but it is. Then the next one is Crypta's new release, which isn't out yet, but it's former members of Nervosa, and I'm really excited to hear what they got to put out, because what I have heard sounds pretty sick. And the new Megadeth, I'm waiting for that. That can't come soon enough. And then it's not an album, but the thing that I want to come the most for year 2021 is for live shows to come back. Can I get an amen? There you have it. There are my answers to the Metal Tag 2021 20 questions. Hope you digged it. Alright, thanks everybody that watched, and thanks to all my subscribers. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm not in this for the money, I do it for the fun, and I like to see people enjoy themselves, and if I can bring joy to them, that's why I do this. And I just wanted to say thanks, and keep your ears and eyes open for some more of my videos I described in the beginning of this one that you can be looking out for. Hope you like them too, and I'll let you know when I'm getting them going. Later.